Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Patrick, back today with another video, and we got a little bit of a different look today. We're trying out something a little bit different. I've been setting up this little music making station, kind of centered around the Keystep Pro from Arturia, and I thought it would be fun today to nerd out with you guys on the setup and then make a little bit of music. Now, I'm really not trying to go completely DAW-Less over here. If anything, this is more of like a hybrid setup. I'm using some hardware synths, a drum machine, but also still taking advantage of some of the software instruments that I really love. But the inspiration for this setup and the centerpiece of the operation is Arturia's Keystep Pro. Now, for the newbies out there, and I include myself in that statement, the Keystep Pro is a really sick MIDI/sequencer controller with 4 separate polyphonic tracks built in. So you can use this as the centerpiece of an entirely DAW-less setup, controlling all of your favorite Euro rack, modular, and hardware synths and drum machines. Or you can use the Keystep Pro to control your favorite software instruments, soft synths, drum samples, drum machines, and assign a different instrument to each one of the polyphonic tracks. Really, really cool. And from there, you can use the controller as a step sequencer, looping and creating different tracks, or you can use the Keystep Pro in tandem with your digital audio workstation. In my case, like I said, I'm running a bit of a hybrid setup, and the goal is really just to be able to create music without having to be quite as tethered to my mouse and computer keyboard. I like having the option to set up a loop in my digital audio workstation, walk around my room to different instruments, and build out and add to a track in a much more seamless way. Everything is connected, everything is set up and ready to create with. So let me show you how I've got everything rigged up. Hopefully this will give you 1 or 2 ideas for your own setup, and then I'm gonna make some music with all of this for you guys. So let's get into it. So like I said, the Keystep Pro is a large part of this whole operation, and each one of the polyphonic tracks gives us a different instrument to use and record with, all from one controller. Now on track 1, I have my Roland JU-06A synth connected via Midi. And this is a seriously dope little synth module. It's essentially a Juno 60 and a Juno 106 crammed into this tiny little form factor. The sounds are just so lush and so classic, everything that we love from the Roland Juno series. And I actually have the Roland JU-06A going through my Roland Jazz Chorus 22 amp, and then the direct line out on the amp goes into the audio interface, which is super cool because if I want to sit here and just play some keys, play with the Juno, experiment with some sounds, I can do so without even having to turn on my computer. I just turn on the Jazz Chorus amp, use the built-in reverb and a little bit of that iconic Roland chorus. It just provides a nice little playing experience, you know what I'm saying? Now, track 2 on the Keystep Pro is connected via Midi to the Arturia Micro Freak, which has quickly become one of my favorite little hardware synths. I really love the layout and the controls and the usability of the Micro Freak. The little LCD screen up here makes it super easy to program sounds and save your own presets. And I have the output on the Micro Freak running direct into the audio interface. Now, for the time being, I'm using tracks 3 and 4 to trigger software instruments. On track 3, I usually like to run some sort of keys or electric piano sound. And on track 4, I have a bass sound. Now, you might be thinking, drums. Where are the drums, bro?
Where are the beats gonna come from, dude?
Now, the cool thing about the Keystep Pro is track 1 you can use as a sequencer track, and you can also set it up to work as a drum track. I do have the option of hooking up my Drumbrute Impact to the Keystep Pro and using that on track 1. But the Keystep Pro only has 2 MIDI outs. So if I do want to use the Drumbrute Impact, it means having to disconnect one of my synths. So when I am running a little bit more of a hybrid setup like this, I run the Drumbrute Impact as just a standalone drum machine, and I have that connected to my audio interface. Of course, I've got my mic and a guitar hooked up, connected, ready to use. But that pretty much wraps up the setup. I would love to know in the comment section below if you guys have any suggestions for me, but I think that's enough talking for one video. I'm gonna cook up a little beat for you guys, so let's check that out. All right, my friends, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed nerding out on all of this stuff with me. I'm having a lot of fun playing around with the Keystep Pro, different hardware synths, drum machines, stuff like that. And I'm definitely interested in exploring making music as many ways as I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more content with the Keystep Pro. But listen, guys, until next time, my name is Patrick. I'll catch you guys real soon, all right? Peace. Thank you.